Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the CHALL, your YouTube Sporting Network, and today is the first of just a couple of videos tonight. The first one is right now, and obviously, and then we've got another couple of videos coming tomorrow, so stay tuned for them. The other two videos tomorrow is reviewing what McSheffrey was talking about in the Q&A on BBC Radio Sheffield, and another video is reviewing the kits this year, the full collection of kits this year. Now that the away ones have come out, the goalkeeping away kits come out, so we're reviewing all four of them against all four of last season's kits. So stay tuned for a couple of videos there. But this video is on today's brand new signing. Now we knew this one was coming for a while. I think even before Football Scott put out that exclusive report that he was on the verge of signing, I think we had an idea he was going to sign. And you know, I've spoken on this channel before. I got a message off his dad saying he hopes to get a deal done soon. And lo and behold, finally the deal's been announced. Now, before we get started, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to never miss a YouTube video. And for now, let's talk about signing number 6, James Maxwell. So as said in the official statement on the website, Rovers are delighted to confirm the signing of left-back James Maxwell on a 2-year deal. The 20-year-old impressed while on trial and Gary McSheffrey's squad in the last fortnight, leading to the offer of a contract. Maxwell spent the last 3 years with Scottish football giants Rangers, whom he joined as a 16-year-old, and went on to become one of the top performers in the B team at Ibrox. He rejected the opportunity to extend his stay at Glasgow in the quest for regular first-team football. Rovers saw competition from clubs in the Scottish Premiership and the EFL to secure Maxwell's signature, and the airborne fullback says he had a good feeling about Rovers from the start. I was in last week doing a bit of training and playing a couple of games with the boys, so it's good to get it done, he said. It was something I wanted to do straight away. It grabbed me. This offer gave me a bit of excitement, a bit of a buzz inside, so I'm delighted to get it done. Now, the first team manager, Gary McSheffrey, said he coped and dealt with the games he played during his trial really well. He looked comfortable on the ball, he looked like a good decision maker and a good defender first and foremost. We're pleased to address that position because it has been a priority position for us all summer. It was important we didn't rush it. We feel he ticks enough boxes and we're delighted he is here. Now I'm going to share my thoughts and summarise the signing of James Maxwell as signing number 6, and also what the future of our business looks like for the rest of this window between now and deadline day. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is the signing of James Maxwell. Now, I'm not going to go too much into detail about the rest of the business because that will be shared in the video tomorrow from Gary McSheffrey's Q&A with Radio Sheffield. What I can say, though, about James Maxwell is I had a good feeling about him as soon as he was on trial. I think when you first identify a trialist, you certainly want to get into websites, try and get into his stats straight away. When I saw the stats and what he produced over the last couple of seasons in Scotland on loan, especially at Ayr United last season, I feel like James is a very accomplished young fullback, and I think we've got a really good long-term player here. I'm not going to go all guns blazing and say he's going to be the next Andy Robertson to come from Scotland to, well, a Scottish player to come into England and shoot up the leagues or anything like that. I'm not going to come out and say he's the next Andy Robertson or anything like that, nowhere near. But I think what we've got here is the potential to grow a good young left back that ticks a lot of boxes. A lot of non-negotiables for a left-back and a full-back, and an attacking full-back at that. He's got a lot of non-negotiables, but also, for me, with James, I think that, like I said, he's young, time to grow, long-term development. He slots straight in at that left-back first-team spot. He is the first-team left-back. We know that for a fact. He will start probably most of the games, if not all the games at left back this season, barring maybe some of the Papa John's Trophy matches where we might try someone else out, maybe Freddie Allen from the Youth Academy, or we can put someone else at left back. I think there will be games where Maxwell will need a rest, but I would say most games this season he will be starting at left back, barring any injuries. Hopefully not, touch wood, he doesn't get any. But for me, I think James, like I said, ticks a lot of boxes, and I think he's a really good, accomplished young player. So I think we've got a really good player on our hands. He really did impress me against Huddersfield. Really impressed in that match. Impressed before that as well. I know a lot of fans were a big fan of him beforehand. So, you know, I think we've got a nice player here, a really good player. And, you know, fingers crossed this is a nice home to develop for him, to get that first team football regularly over the next few years or so. But I mean, because look at the past players we've had at that left back position. I think the biggest player that we had at left back in recent years was Reece James. And obviously we've had players like Danny Andrew in the past who could whip a mean free kick. Don't get me wrong, his set piece delivery was spot on. Reece James for me was a great attacking fullback, did pretty well, had to jump into certain positions during that 21-22 season, and now he's obviously on loan at Sheffield Wednesday from Blackpool because he was ravaged by injury quite a bit at Blackpool, and he's now gone out for first team development in League One, so we'll see what he does linking up back with Darren Moore. But when you look at the past couple of first-team left-backs, obviously you've got your other ones like your Danny Amos's, your Brandon Hortons. They were the sort of younger players that didn't really have a chance to thrive as much consistently game after game in the senior team. Danny Amos had moments, but didn't really get consistency to thrive. He didn't get a real chance to have a go in the first team. Same with Brandon Horton. You know, McSheffrey brought him in late, but for me, I don't think he had a good enough consistency before McSheffrey threw him in to get those games under his belt and more senior football. That's why he had to go. That's why Danny had to go. But it was a shame that we couldn't see them thrive at Rovers. So hopefully, like I said, we've got some left backs coming up in the academy like your Freddie Allens and I think Charlie Petch as well, hopefully. And obviously now we've got James Maxwell. And I think McSheffrey said it in the Q&A, a bit of an exclusive there. We've got Tommy Rowe to fall back on if we need to, but Rowe is better playing further forward. So if push comes to shove and it's a last resort, then Rowe will be the last resort at left back. But I would say that Maxwell, it'll only happen when we come to a last resort. Our left back is James Maxwell, and I cannot wish him enough praise for him coming to this club. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Make sure you stay tuned for the videos tomorrow. And for now, I'm the CHALL, your YouTube Sporting Network. That is full time. Rovers side eye.